For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Welcome to a beautiful month of August. My name's Paul Dingeman. We're glad you are along. And because it's the beginning of the month, here's Deb Johnson.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Welcome back to the Focus Show.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Heard you this morning or yesterday morning on with Paul Miller. You did a wonderful job again, and that's always a fun interview.
Thanks.
You disseminate lots of important information.
Well, we try.
Yes.
I try. So, yeah.
What's going on in August at St. Clair County Community Mental Health that we need to know about?
Well, one of the things, because it's August and we think about being outdoors and getting a lot of physical activity, actually all summer long, we think we think more about that than we do in the in the winter in Michigan. But anyways, so I want to talk a little bit about why it's important to be physically active. And actually, I asked somebody this question, see if you can answer it. How many minutes a day, and I'm giving you a hint by saying minutes, do you think on average kids get in spending in unstructured outdoor play? Minutes.
I think I've heard this, maybe 7 minutes.
Maybe you heard me on the Paul Miller Show.
I heard you on the Paul Miller Show.
All right. So anyways, yeah, you're right. It's 4 to 7 minutes.
Paul will be happy that he has a listener that's paying attention.
I'm going to tell him that. So you get an A. But that's awful.
It's a staggering number.
Yeah, it's like 4 to 7 minutes a day on average in unstructured outdoor play.
How about you guys? The camera guys, do you only get 7 minutes a day?
70
minutes?
17? Okay. But anyways, it's important. I mean, we talked about when we were kids and, obviously we didn't have all the electronics kids have today,
Correct.
And not even the number of toys kids have, but spent a lot of time in outdoor play. But it's really important for kids, but it's actually physical activity is important for everybody. If you spend at least 30 to 60 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week, you will know a significant risk in it can help reduce depression, helps you sleep better, helps sharpen your thinking, and also you're learning your judgment skills. So obviously that helps kids and adults. And with kids, another kind of staggering statistic is childhood obesity rates have more than doubled in the last 20 years because of a lack of physical activity. So, one of the things, and also the United States is like the highest prescriber of ADHD medication, that's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder medications for kids. Physical activity helps decrease symptoms of ADHD as well. In fact, in some classrooms now, I guess they're letting kids walk back and forth. Hopefully still listening, but to help with their attention issues. But anyway, so again, there's so many great things that exercising even a little bit. So again, 30 to 60 minutes, even make your goal. If you're not exercising at all, make it 30 minutes 5 times a week. And you can start by walking a couple of minutes a day and gradually increase that until you get up to 30. And it doesn't have to be super strenuous at the gym or, major cardiovascular or cardio workout.
Well, and even if you walk outside in the summer, like St. Clair High School offers a program in the winter where you can walk around the hallways.
Right.
So there are places to go that don't cost you anything.
Right, and even the Birchwood Mall, you can. There's mall walking. I think they open up at 6 or 7 in the morning to let people do that. The stores don't open, but the mall itself does. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do, and other things that physical activity will help you. It'll put you at lower risk for things like heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, certain types of cancer, loss of bone density, muscle mass, things like that. Those are all important. And we've said this a lot that you have to look at the whole person, and even from our mental health or behavioral health perspective, we look at healthy minds, healthy bodies. That's our tagline. It's been for a number of years now because we know that you have to look at the whole person. So,
and it's really practical, common sense kind of information.
It is. It is. It's common sense, you'll notice too, like if you get up in the morning and you go walk for half an hour, even 15, 20 minutes, and then get ready for your day, you'll feel more energized. You'll feel better. So,
all right, what do you got here?
That was actually put together by the Great Start Collaborative of St. Clair County, and they put together a summer fun guide, and it has tons of activities for families in St. Clair County. You can find that, I'm sure it's on the RESA website, but it's also on our website, or we have the guides available at Community Mental Health, so we'd be happy to share them.
Lots of information in there.
Yeah.
And is it all the dates and times?
Yeah, and some of the stuff.
Events?
Yeah, and some of the stuff is passed already, but it goes through the whole summer, so there still are some things in there.
And emergency numbers and important information for parents, 0 to 8, and
it actually shows all the stay connected ways on the back.
stay connected on the ways back. So
yeah,
try and get one of these brochures. I'm going to keep this one myself. There you go.
Yes, so
all
that's
right.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's important, and we're just trying to promote people getting out there and getting some physical activity and exercise, and especially kids.
You've got some stuff coming up. What is this? Oh, the community roof sit is back already.
I know. It feels like it wasn't that long ago that I was climbing those steps last year, but yes, I'll be back on the roof. What day am I going up there? I don't even remember.
September the 17th through the 20th?
Yeah, but the 20th is the day. I will be up on the roof all day with Chuck Santoni, Mike McCartan, Sheriff Tim Donnellan. Did I say Mike Wendling?
Yep.
Okay. So the four of us are up there, and we just try to see. It just turned into me and Mike McCartan against Mike Wendling and Tim Donnellan, who can raise the most money. But really, our goal is to raise money for the St. Clair County Child Abuse and Neglect Council. The money is needed for the prevention programs, and mostly it's the prevention efforts and education that we do. And then we also run the Child Advocacy Center now and do the forensic interviewing. That's the interviewing of kids who are, alleged victims. That's
new responsibility for you?
Well, no, in the last several years we've been doing that. But all of the initiatives out of there need to be supported. We have a family advocate position that's new in the last several years. So that's what we're raising money for.
And you also have a wonderful restaurant, Galley, that people can come in and go to.
Yes, the Galley is at our main office, and then the Sailing Cafe is the one that's downtown that we're always trying to promote. I believe there's a new jingle on the radio that makes a little reference to it when it's the jingle for Blue Water Area Transportation.
Yes, I've heard it.
And then the Sailing Cafe and Convenience Store is located at their transfer center. So if you forgot bread, eggs, milk, Scott Towel toilet paper, medicine, things like that, dog food, cat food, we have all those things.
Good for those people that are living in the lofts down there.
Yeah, it's a great spot and very good pricing. So we hope people go. The reason we run that store is it's a training opportunity for people with either developmental disabilities, intellectual disabilities, mental illness, and it's a training program to hopefully find competitive employment for those folks.
Good.
So.
Well, go ahead.
And then our last thing that I want to talk. I should be talking about this on a more frequent basis. Is we're always looking for volunteers.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think we at Community Mental Health.
Right. I don't think people understand they can volunteer for you.
Yes, they can, and we have a lot of different opportunities. We've used volunteers to be front door greeters, to assist with our theater productions. So we have Noises Off coming up. That's our upcoming production, but we take volunteers for that. We have art, writing, and drama classes that volunteers can help with. We also always need people to help transport some of the people that we serve to medical appointments, or even in to see us, to come into the office for appointments, medication reviews, things like that. And then we have special events. We have our run every year, and we've done
you need some volunteers to say, here, go there.
Yep.
It's not necessarily any physical kind of work, but it's important work to be a greeter and to just help out.
Or just sit and visit with the kids while their parents are in for an appointment, things like that. So so if people are interested in volunteering for us, they can call our Human Resource Manager, Jody Kruski. Her direct line is 810-966-7837. Or just call Community Mental Health if you forget that information.
Say, I want to be a volunteer.
Yeah, just say any of that. And so we're always looking for that. So. And studies show that volunteers tend to be happier, healthier individuals. So, so another thing to help promote.
And get you out of that 7 minutes. I can volunteer for longer than that.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So
You've got another meeting to go to.
So
we'll let you go.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in, and you're looking great.
Thanks for having me.
It's always good to see Deb Johnson. She is the head of the St. Clair County Community Mental Health and does a great job and helps lots and lots of people. We'll be back with a couple gentlemen from the American Legion. They've got a program coming up to help the St. Clair Police and St. Clair Fire Department. We'll hear about that in just a second. Welcome back. There's a great organization in Marine City, and a lot of them all around the country, or in St. Clair rather. And here it's the American Legion Post 382. And we've got two representatives from that organization to talk to us about a project that they've just started for the St. Clair Police and Fire Department. I want to welcome back to the Focus Set John LaCroix. Nice to see you, John.
Thank you.
American Legion Service Officer, and Richard Schneider, the American Legion Second Vice. Nice to meet you both. Meet you. Welcome back. Talk to me about what is going on. You've got a St. Clair Police Fire Appreciation Day, September the 29th, a barbecue dinner from 2 to 7, $10 was the thing, at the Post, and you're raising lots of other money. What's it all about? What's going on?
Well, the Legion family, what we've got is the auxiliary, the Legion members, and the Sons of the Legion. We were kind of just talking one day at a breakfast about, geez, nobody seems to do anything for the police or the fire department. And
complain about it.
Yeah. And Lori was flipping pancakes, and she says, "You're the chairman. We're going to do it."
Oh, that you didn't even have to raise your hand.
No.
From the cook.
Oh, listen, they do a really wonderful job there, and jumped right in and said, "Let's do this, let's do that." My first time getting involved in something like this, but they. The Sons and the auxiliary were really strong about helping us, and they said, "Well, what do you want to do?" I says, "Well, it don't matter to me." They said, "Let's do a pork dinner and pork barbecue, and we're going to have cheesy potatoes and green beans and
good meal."
And that's going for. We're going to go from 2 to 7 for that. And we'll have music, double days playing.
Great group.
Double play.
Yeah, they're a great group.
That are playing. And during that time, when they're taking intermissions, we're going to raffle. We'll have things to raffle off. Big items, our raffle tickets. We're going to, after the dinner, we'll be doing like a silent auction, and we'll have more things to raffle off. Sometimes they call that a Chinese auction or a raffle too. And we're going to do that.
It says pre-sale tickets.
Yeah, we're going to sell the tickets for $10 each, but we're going to pre-sell them so we've got an idea how many people we got to serve.
So you know how much food to prepare.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what the fire department is Dave Westrick, and he said that what they need and they're looking at are getting some vests that people that go into cardiac arrest, it does the pulsations.
Oh my God.
And they're about $14,000.
Oh my God.
So
that'd give you a heart attack right there.
And they got a new fire truck, so they're going to need to have that equipped. So those are just a few of the items that we've been able to get with them and talk about. Things are moving really fast. And the police department, we've talked to Officer Schneider and Sergeant Woods. They're on our committee to help us, and they've talked about like a shift room, what they need at the police.
So you're looking to raise some substantial amount of money.
Oh yes, yes. What we'd love to see is the community, the businesses, and the community residents all get involved in buying our signs. To put in their yards or in their businesses.
Well, you brought one here. I'll pull this one up. So the one that I've got is like a yard sign.
Yes.
And you're going to be selling these to the public.
For $20 a piece.
And they can put them in their front lawn.
Right.
And then the $20 goes to support the whole total project.
Right.
Okay.
And you can pick those signs up at the police department, the fire department, Sonia's Salon, or the Legion.
Okay. Then the one that we've got on the back of the set here, how much is that one?
That's $100. That's for businesses.
Oh, okay.
And they can, they can go 100, 200, 300, whatever they like.
Would their name be on it? No.
No.
Okay.
No. And that it would sponsor, they'd put that in their window or in their
store.
lawn, and
then at the post itself, I saw there's a great big sign.
that's a sign that's 48 by 36.
Oh, that's a big one.
And that's running for $5,000 each sign. The reason I don't have one here is I've sold one already, and or we've got one sold already, and the other one is at the Legion to show people what we've got.
Right.
And
Well, the idea is great, and it's a simple, fun, local kind of stuff. And
Right.
That's always successful.
what we'd like to see is have the officers or the fire department drive through part of the city or China Township, East China, or St. Clair Township, and see the lawns full of the signs
yeah.
and saying thank you, we appreciate you.
Yeah, that's
You
great.
know,
And Richard, what's your involvement?
Well, I'm just on the committee helping organizing that.
You keeping
And-
John straight?
Yeah, that's pretty much
That's
it.
a full-time job.
Yeah, it keeps me busy.
Right.
And that, but we also need help from the community as far as anybody that can volunteer, like to come in to Legion to answer, or check emails and that, and get back with people that have questions and that.
Okay. I think we've got the email address of the post available and the phone number there that we'll
Yeah.
throw up. But it's really a worthwhile project that the community can really wrap itself around. Because as you said at the beginning, the fire and police guys, they're there every day, 24/7, and they don't get a lot of recognition.
exactly. And who are those that run towards the problem or the fire, you know, and never knowing when, if they're coming home, their families, you know. And I think it's time we kind of all step back and take a good look and say thank you very much.
Right.
You know?
Well, everybody should mark it on their calendars. It's the same weekend as the Whistles on the Water,
Okay.
so there'll be a lot of people in town, but they're going to need to eat, and they can eat on September 29th a wonderful pork barbecue dinner from 2 in the afternoon till 7, and for $10, can't beat that price. But then there's going to be music until how late?
Music until 7, and then we've got all the raffles going on after that. And if
Oh, the music's going on all afternoon then?
yeah,
Okay.
right, now, off and on.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll be off and on. And I think, did they say up till 7 or 6? I think the music's playing.
Yeah.
And if somebody, we've all got the if we want, you know, they want to hear music, we'll put the radio on.
Well, we've got, when the band's taking a break, we've got a disc jockey that's going to be playing.
So
And John going to be singing?
I hope not.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I agree there. I agree. All right, we'll make sure that doesn't happen. But it's going to be a wonderful event, and it's to support the local police and fire departments.
Yep.
And we salute you guys for coming up with the idea and doing it. Have we missed anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Check your list there. Looks pretty good.
Yep, looks real good.
Thanks. Very nice to meet you. You did a great job of keeping
Thank you.
him in charge and
Thank you.
under control.
Thank you.
So, folks, make sure you start looking for one of these signs in everybody's front lawn, and you'll know that they're supporting the local police department and fire department.
We did have that one letter, that introduction
Oh,
to the businesses that we send. We have a letter of introduction to the what we're doing, organizing.
Yeah, you've sent those out.
Yeah, well, no, we haven't yet,
Oh.
but we're going to.
Okay.
That's our next step.
All right, very good.
Okay.
So watch your mail. There's going to be a letter coming from the American Legion, and that's what it's all going to be about, is this wonderful project. So let's get behind it. It's September 29th, and you can be involved. We're back with Mr. Barrett and his daughter, and they're going to talk about the golf tournament, St. Clair, City of St. Clair Junior Golf Tournament coming up this month. See you in a minute. Welcome back, and you've heard about big press conferences for big golf tournaments. Well, that's going to happen here in St. Clair in just a couple of weeks. Mr. Jim Barrett.
How are you, sir?
See you. And Elizabeth Barrett.
How are you?
Nice to see you, both of you. Welcome back to the Focus Set. And it's that time of year for the annual St. Clair Junior Golf Tournament.
Correct.
How many years?
10th year.
10th year already.
Yep.
A wonderful man by the name of Emig
Yep.
got it all started.
Yep, Mr. John Emmett,
Jerry.
Jerry. He started it, and he was the inspiration, along with Dick Groff. And then there was a couple Fred Shaw, Jake Hurt, and Jake Hurt's son-in-law. And they all kind of said, why isn't there a junior tournament of some sorts in St. Clair?
So that started 10 years ago.
Yep.
And it's been successful every year. You've had nice weather. You've had nice, how many golfers will you have this year?
Close to 100.
100 golfers?
Yeah.
Is that the highest amount?
We usually just inch about that 100 mark. So I think one year we had about 106, and somewhere between 90 and 106.
Talk to me, either one of you, about who's involved. What's the age groups? What's the
7 to 16, I believe, boys and girls.
7 to 16
all
boys
ages,
and girls?
Absolutely.
Do they have to be on a golf team someplace?
Absolutely not. Any skill level.
A golf club someplace?
No, we have on the actual form. You can specify your skill level too. So we'll put you in an age group where you feel comfortable.
Okay. And it's been fun. Talk to me about some of the kids that have won it.
Thank you for your support. Coming out and do the press conference every year. Yeah, we have the whole idea is we're trying to recreate a PGA Tour event.
Okay.
Exactly how they do it, soup to nuts, but in a junior level.
Okay.
But in a fun way, so that regardless of skill level, you can still compete. So it's not a pressure-packed, intense day for you feel uncomfortable if you're at a certain level compared to a more advanced level. So what we do, we break it down in age brackets, and the younger kids, even we have some 6-year-olds that play, six to say 8, and they go off and they play a shorter version of a golf course, 5 holes instead of 9 holes, and then when they
go from the tees,
they go from the tees, and then we've got it set up so that when they tee off, they kind of go off and do their own little smaller version of course, and then everyone else flows, and we pair the kids so that we pair them by age group and ability, so that they're kind of within the same friendly group of people. And the other thing we do is that we have official scorekeepers, because the goal of this, we're a nonprofit organization, and the goal of this is to pass on what the true meaning of golf, which is honor, integrity, and the fact that it's the only sport that you can really compete regardless of age or ability. And so we have local volunteers as scorekeepers. We call them the honorary scorekeepers of the day. They're the local club pros, past presidents of courses, club champions, greenkeepers. We've had some tour people. These guys they're the scorekeeper and the rules official for each group. So they follow the group of foursome of the kids, and they keep the score.
Just like in a regular tournament.
Exactly, and that keeps the entire field with a high integrity. So if there's any discrepancies, that we have, it's a tight ship. Then each age division, we have a separate division winners, and we have a award ceremony with photographs for each age group, and then the first place winners of each age group, at the end of the tournament, they come back for a press conference, which you graciously
covered
hold.
Over the years, yeah.
And we, live on TV, we have a press conference with reporters from newspaper, radio, TV, and asking grilling questions just like they do on tour. And we have an audience, usually about 30, 40 people, and we put them on the spotlight and how their day went, and
they do great.
And they do great.
Great interviews.
Yep. And we feed them breakfast, lunch.
The microphone's normally sometimes bigger than the golfer.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's do with your day-to-day, your involvement during the day of the event. What do you do?
Absolutely. Well, I'm also in charge of getting the volunteers together. So I call all the scorekeepers. We've got bios on the website of each individual scorekeeper that I've collected over the years. I'm just kind of a floater. I help out. Sometimes I'm a scorekeeper too. Just walking around, making sure everybody's got what they need.
Yeah. Good. And her perspective has been important because she's gone up through the ranks.
Right.
So she's involved with the tournament at a young age every year, became board of directors, and she plays college golf too. So
you did you play in the tournament 10 years ago?
Yeah. Until I was 16, until I reached the max age, I played every year.
There you go. There you go.
So that's a good perspective.
Yeah, very good perspective. I guess I had forgotten that. And where are you playing still in North Carolina?
Adrian College.
Adrian College. Okay. Very good. And Adrian's fine. How's the team?
Good, yeah, good. I'm a senior now, so I'm the captain. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm in charge of that stuff.
all right. And who do you play against? What other colleges?
Olivet, Hope, Alma,
What's the
Albion.
Michigan.
It's MIAA, Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association. Yep.
And some NCAA.
And a couple. Well, we're NCAA.
Yeah, okay.
And the season this year looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah, we've got some freshmen. We've got about 4 girls coming in, so hopefully we'll be successful.
Those darn freshmen. Well, Jim, it's been a wonderful thing. And we go back to Jerry Emig, who was just such a quality individual and a quality man. And part of the award is a old wood golf club.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah. I believe it was Dick Gruff and Jake Hurt that made this plaque, and they've got an old wooden golf club that Jerry donated. And
He had quite a collection of wood clubs.
He did, yep. And on the plaque, there's all the overall tournament winner, regardless of age, if they were the overall tournament winner, and for boys and girls. And it's always shown on the wall of Pine Shores, and we've got every year winner on it. And it's just been it's overall great thing, and it's kind of taken off. You can't stop it.
No.
So.
Jim Barrett, thank you.
Thank
Salute
you.
you for all you've done for this tournament and for the kids of the community.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very good to see you again, Elizabeth. And next year, you probably will be the chairman, since you'll be
There
out
you
of
go.
college.
Right.
Watch out, he'll make you raise your hand.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingelman. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingelman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.